The cartel ain't murdering grocery stores for terrorism. They doing it to push their drug agenda and make more money and kill a cop or something that's taking out their bosses. Yeah, it just went live. I just did a live. I'm about to play the promo.
All that shit got to go out the window. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a flawed argument because we kill each other, we kill ourselves. All that shit's wrong. But the best way to say it is that if we
On the battlefront, Ukrainian officials claim Russian troops are redeploying from the southern port city of Mariupol to reinforce their new onslaught into the far. He is willing to go to defend Taiwan from a possible Chinese invasion.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes, we support the one China policy. We support all.
Babylon falling, and we gon' keep ballin'. Babylon.
Salam, Israel. It's the UPK coming to you with another hardcore lecture hosted by Captain of 10,000 Kapash out of Indianapolis. You don't want to miss this. The lecture will be June 4th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Location 3532 North Keystone Avenue, man. You understand? If you can't make it in person, tune in online. ISUPK Indianapolis on Facebook and YouTube. You don't want to miss this. Like I said, you don't want to miss this lecture. Life is about warfare. So put your war spirit on and come see this World War III lecture that Captain Kaposh is hosting. You understand? And with that being said, shalom.
Shalom Israel. Turn it up. Get it popping, get it popping, get it popping. All right, today we are in the Israelite School UPK under Commander Johnny Yohana, 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. You know how we do, how we get down. Go to isupk.com for more information. Today we are in the backdrop of another mass shooting, another mass murder, another terrorist, and this one is with a twist. Okay, the one earlier this week with the devil in Buffalo is the same MO. He hunt down some weak victims, soft targets, and goes out and shoots them all. Terrorism. Police take him in alive, unscathed, unharmed. They don't even put him on the ground to arrest him, to check him or nothing. They just stand him up and walk him nice and neat to his car. You know what I mean? And they loved him, and it was all that what it was. This one is with a twist because they're trying to claim that this is a Mexican who did it. Now, the reason they want to claim it's a Mexican who did it, the real reason is this: because they love the oppressor. That's the real reason they want to jump. Oh yes, this was a Mexican this time. See, yeah, that's the real reason that they want to jump and claim that this is a Mexican, because they love the oppressor and they hate to see the oppressor being seen for what he truly is. If you could, can you give me one of them cups in there? I want to give me some of this wine. Just one of them glasses. It really don't matter. I don't want shots. And we love the oppressor so damn much that we jump at the inkling that this is a Mexican. It's the same thing with George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman, they jumped and claimed he was a Mexican. So they quickly to say, see, it ain't white people's fault. That's good. It ain't white people's fault. Right. That's really what they want to get to. They want to end up getting to, it ain't the white man's fault. It's not the white man. He's not the evil one anymore. Now we're all evil. Why? So they can take the blame off the oppressor. But we're not going to fall for that bullshit, excuse my language, in the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge. The same way when they were saying George Zimmerman was Mexican, the ISUPK came out and told you what he really was. They told you he was a white man. They told you he was a devil. And then it came out that he really was a devil later on. It's the same here, man. This is not one of the Lord's chosen people. The scripture say you could tell a fruit by its you could tell a tree by its fruits. Now, just because he has a Hispanic name, don't make him Hispanic. You also have a whole country of damn devils named Rodriguez, named Lopez, named Romero, named Jose. You got a whole fucking country of them. It's called Spain. There's a whole country of people with that same damn name, and they are not Mexicans. So don't be simple and automatically attribute this to a Mexican because he got a Hispanic Latino name. But our people love to do that because they want to take the blame and the heat off the white man. Because when the white man gets hurt, you get hurt. When the white man gets looked at as evil, you get looked at as evil because you are the white man's slave.
Right.
Because you think you American. You think you white. You think if America goes to war, that means you go to war. You got to go to war. If America has a problem, that means you got to have a problem. You have a mentality. Give me that scripture, Baba Shah, of you got some of the article or something too you was looking up? Or
I was just looking to see if I get some information about his people.
Oh yeah. Did you see the picture of him?
I did.
With the one he got the black hair, right? The jet black hair, and he's wearing his like over his eye.
Right.
That's the devil, man. That's the devil. Mexicans wouldn't dare grow their hair long. You crazy? A Mexican, his whole family disowned him if he grew his hair out, not half the time, because of what happened to them on the damn Catholic schools, boarding schools.
What scripture you want to catch?
That one about homeborn. It's Israel. Yeah. Give me that scripture, man. Because you love the oppressor. When the oppressor gets seen, everybody gets mad at the oppressor. You think everybody mad at you. So now, since this happened, it's like, oh, it's not the oppressor's fault. Thank God. You thank Jesus that it was he got a Hispanic name. So you can try to shift the blame and say it's Mexicans' fault. You got the Christians is probably rejoicing for that. It's off the blame, it's off the white man. We can't be mad at the white man no more. Go ahead, let me get that scripture. Papa Shah.
Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant?
Mm-hmm.
Is he a homeborn slave?
Black man, are you a homeborn slave? You a servant? Because that's what the hell you act like in your spirit, man. You act like a damn spirit. It's like a damn slave. Everything the white man want, you want. Everything the white man say is good, you say is good. You don't use no deductive reasoning. You don't use no, connecting the dots, nothing. As long as the white man sign off on it, you think it's true. You run with it. Yeah, something I'm saying.
Kind of, sir. And long story short, even if it turns out this is a brother, it's still the devil's fault. Mm-hmm. That's what you don't understand. It's still the goddamn devil's fault. It's his fault for oppressing us, for brainwashing us, for destroying us in this land. So if a brother or sister go off, hey, what can you say after years and years of oppression? It's still the devil's fault. So don't ever think that he off the hook because it's one of us.
All right. And I highly in 400 years we've been here in America, how many black or Hispanic mass shootings have there even been that were without cause of a school, no doubt? I ain't talking about no Black Panthers holding up that Congress building and shooting a couple people, shooting a couple devils up. I'm talking about a non-associated white boy mass murdering style event. When have you ever in the history of your life seen a black or Hispanic do that? You ain't seen it. So I wouldn't jump on the bandwagon of thinking that all of a sudden in 2022, now we got one. Because that's what the white man love. White man would love to push that and say, yeah, see, it's not about race. It's not about race. Yeah. That last shooting wasn't about race either. He gonna try to sneak it in there. And look, brother said, he said, right, sir, my Christian mom hates long hair. Yeah. But yeah, I know a devil when I see one, man. That looked like a devil. That's a devil in that picture that I seen. Now, if they got a different picture or something, and they gonna need to go ahead and show it. But ain't no way that's in our spirit to shoot up a school and kill and walk around and kill a whole bunch of kids. Come on now. Half the time our teenagers can barely get a hold of a gun, let alone know how to use one to shoot up 14 people. Give me more on that scripture.
Why is he spoiled?
Why are you spoiled, black man? Why are you like spoiled milk? Why are you like somebody that took you and took everything good from you? You should automatically give your people the benefit of the doubt that it wasn't your people, man. Automatically. We should be offended that they even saying that it is one. I bet if they said he was Jewish, he's Jewish. Look at his last name was Schnitzelberger. He was Jewish. The Jewish community came out and been saying, hell no, he wasn't Jewish. And anybody who say he's Jewish being anti-Semitic. The real root of the issue is that our people love the oppressor. So even when the oppressor goes out and kills 14 people at a school, somehow we try to put it on us. Somehow we try to take the blame, take the pressure off the white man. Stop helping that damn white man all the goddamn time.
Right.
Sticking up for the damn devil all the damn time. Or he murdered your people, raped your people, stole everything from your people, spoiled your people for all these goddamn years. Now all of a sudden you want to speak up in his defense all the goddamn time. Stop doing that shit. Excuse my language. Stop doing that. Stop with these goddamn comments talking about what if black people killing other black people? What if we might need to forgive? We shouldn't want vengeance or revenge. We need to forgive. Stop saying that goddamn crap. Because you don't know what you're talking about. The scripture says it's a time for everything under the sun. It's a time to love and a time to hate. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, you damn fool. It's the problem, you Christians. You read half the Bible and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. The Bible does mention forgiveness. And the Bible also mentions judgment. The Bible also mentions judging a matter. The Bible also mentions fighting for your laws and your people. You need wisdom to discern what time is which. And General Muhammad brought out something so heavy last night in the Black Watch radio show about how oppressors and cops and all this and that, when they really think that somebody can clap back at them, they deal with situations differently. When somebody's unarmed, they deal with it differently. When it's somebody that can clap back, somebody who might have had a gun or might have been shooting back, they deal with that person differently. And I've noticed that also with these devils and police and this and that. When they feel they got the upper hand on you, they more bold. Imagine you a brother, you at some white bar, tons of white people around in a white neighborhood. The white boys and white people in there will be more bold towards treating you any type of way. But let you be at a mixed place. I've seen it a million times. Sometimes I've been in a situation where it's a predominantly white neighborhood with more white people in the store. Their spirit is a certain way. The minute they see if they see one black person by themselves, they got a proud spirit. But if they see 2 or 3 black people, their spirit changes. I seen it. Y'all probably don't see it because y'all love the damn white man. And y'all think he love you, and you don't see nothing about him. You think he's so great and kind, he Jesus. So do you, what do you mean? What are you talking about? White people don't think like that. They don't jump people. Yes, they do. They jump people, man. And they're quicker to jump you if they know they outnumber you by race. If they see 5 black people and there's 20 white people, they're not going to do much. But if it's 1 black guy and 20 white people, unless you look like you can handle yourself, you in for a rude awakening. You in for a rude awakening. And this is the problem with black people. We think the oppressor, the white man, is so kind and he's loving and he's not violent. That's all he is violent. That's all he knows is violence. The scripture says it. Give me Isaiah. Any more in that scripture?
That's it.
Give me Isaiah 13 in I think verse 18 or 19 or 20. It says to be a chaste row. Isaiah 13, 19 or 20 or something like that. Double check.
14 maybe.
Maybe 14. It starts off Babylon. What Babylon, the son of Amos did see. So maybe chapter 13, verse 1. I'll pull it up too, just to make sure. Go down to the chaste row, which is like verse 20 something, maybe. Let me see. This damn phone, I gotta get a new phone.
13 and 14.
Okay, throughout. Yeah, I gotta get a new phone, boy. This thing is. White man got me. He sold me a piece of junk. All right.
If I could add before you get the scripture,
Go ahead.
I just want to say it's curious, and the Bible calls us a peculiar people. It's curious how we look at them and we see how they join together and how they come against us, and it's beneficial to them as a people. They decide who gets loans. They decide who gets a good education. They decide who lives. They decide who eats, right? But when you are allowed the opportunity to come together to stand against them, you choose not to. In fact, I never forget the sisters. Some devil was getting beat in the crowd. I don't know what he did. He probably said something slick. And devil was about to get beat. This black lady then sprawled out across and was like, "No, don't beat him." Right. I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" It's sad to see how we can't see the benefits of coming against other nations when we stand together, but they do it all day long to us. We're missing the point.
Yeah, and that comes with, and I think I seen the sister do that the same thing with some KKK dude. It was a dude who was wearing KKK stuff, and he got caught slipping by the crowd, and they started jumping on him. And a black woman came, jumped, and saved him, and put her laid herself as the ground, like the scripture says. We laid ourselves as the ground to them that walk over us. That's how low we done stooped. That's the problem with the feminization of the black man. You Negroes following women, calling women God and this and that, Negro. You can't fight following no goddamn woman. That's why I hate these damn soft cream puff ass Negroes that sitting there following behind some damn woman thinking they tough. How you gonna follow a woman and be and think you being tough? Women ain't tougher than men. Even in the scriptures, when the women like inspired brothers to go fight, the women didn't just get in the battle too. Like, yeah, let's go, let's whoop their ass, get the swords out, get the shields out, starts hammering, start stabbing up. Hell no, they did something courageously that inspired the men to go whoop their ass. Right. But it was never no time where the women said, let's go, sisters, tie up their skirts and dresses and to put their headscarves on and start running out to battle. You ain't never seen that in the fucking scriptures, man. A woman can't do that. But yet you got Negroes out here that's supposed to be they claim to have a voice and claim to be leaders and claim to be speaking for our people, but they follow a woman. They think woman is the tough people. They think woman they look up to a woman as their strong figurehead. That's because you ain't never been in no real combat. If you ever been in real combat, you know it ain't no place for a woman. And I'm talking real combat where, people getting injured, hurt, life and death, injuries, breaking legs, breaking arms, in real combat. Half of you ain't even play sports. If you did, you play some soft sports. You in there playing basketball, foul. You in there, playing baseball. You ain't getting hurt in them fucking sports. You play some sport like rugby, football, wrestling. Them are sports where people really getting hurt. Ain't no women gonna be in there with the men. Going in there blowing blow to blow. They tried to push that for a long time. They had a whole movie, Akilah in some movie with that girl trying to be a football player. They tried to push that. Girls playing football. Well, them bitches left the field quick as hell. That shit only lasted a minute till the women got out off that damn football field. The hell's wrong with you? Got some women out there playing football. About to have her head knocked the hell off. You ain't did no real battle, man. If you ever was in real battle, you know this is no place for a woman. Am I right? You've been in real situations. Kentucky 8. That was no place for a sister. No place.
If I could.
Go ahead, Ward.
It was a sister out there standing up against us. And it just so happened she got whatever came out because we ain't hold back nothing on that crowd.
Yeah. There was no place, there's no place for a sister in some type of battlefield scenario. Fight, war, anything. Even in the hardcore sports. Ain't no place for a woman. Why do you think they just now voting in Indiana to crush that sports shit of having trans men playing women's sports with girls? Right. They in the courthouse right now voting on that to repeal and override and veto that crap. Right. Because they know it's not no place for no man to be in there, no trans man to be in there playing a sport against a woman. Right. Against a girl. Hell, that's the problem. All this feminization shit that was being pushed out here. Negroes getting softer than some pudding. Soft as hell. And even the brothers who big and working out still be soft as hell. Because they soft in the mind. They don't have a strong mind for war. They don't have a strong mind for getting down. Thank God for the brothers still in the streets, like Commander Gianna brought out on the radio in the grill in the Black Watch last night. Them brothers in the streets still keeping the spirit right. Some of the spirit right. And they can come in, they gonna end up coming into the truth. But you old uppity Negroes wearing suits and ties, you run around behind the white man getting softer and softer every generation. You done took Martin Luther King's philosophy too damn to heart. Shoot. I'm waiting for some white boy to come shoot up somewhere I'm at. I'm about to put a bullet in his ass so quick. Ain't even gonna be funny. But more than likely, he ain't gonna do it where I'm gonna be at, because that's the point. They look for places where they know. Schools, movie theaters, grocery stores, specific time of grocery stores with old ladies and shit. They ain't gonna come nowhere around no ghettos or no hoods. Because they know the spirit ain't they ain't with that effeminate crap as much. They're gonna fight you back. You got anything? You ain't got no scripture, nothing, do it?
Yeah, Isaiah 13 and 14.
Yeah, let's get it.
Okay. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 4.
Oh, hold on, let me say one thing. Hold on. It says she would have pulled the hair out of her sister's head, but be the best for the devil. Yeah, he said right. A brainwashed black person, you quick to fight another black person, but when it comes to the white man, it's not even fighting him. You don't even want to blame him for nothing. You don't even want to talk down on him with following these Christian churches. And then he said they call native culture matriarchal. Yeah, they just same thing, but they say the same shit about black culture. Black culture is matriarchal. What's that dude? That old dude, Farrakhan. He said Medea is the strongest message, the strongest figure of the black community has ever had. Some bullshit like that. Excuse my language. What the hell's wrong with him? They took the mic from him when he said that crap. You notice he kind of disappeared after he said that. The Muslims was even looking at him like, you know what I'm saying? His fellow Muslims like, hold up, man. I think it's time for you to sit down and retire. Get these young brothers out there. Get these young Matthew X and James X and Ben X niggas out here. Because your ass ain't said, you tripping. You tripping when you said that. What's his name? Muhammad Farrakhan? He was tripping. Farrakhan, Abdul. They always got those three names. Abdul and Muhammad. Abdul, Muhammad, Abdul. Abdul, you know what I'm saying? Muhammad, Abdul. Muhammad, Abdul. That's their names. But they try to say about black culture that our culture is grandmama culture, that old grandmamas run the black community. And for a little time, it seemed like they did. But in reality, they ain't run shit. Ain't none of them running the black community. They ain't doing nothing but causing confusion. You ain't running shit when you just causing confusion. Okay? And the whole thing falling apart. That's not running nothing. That's causing confusion. Because you're not the real leader. The real leader take accountability. When did anybody ever go to a grandmama and say, grandmama, you messed up the family when you did this, did that, and you let the uncle child molest all these kids in the family. You ain't say nothing about it. You ain't let us do nothing to them. When the hell that ever happened? So she ain't the leader because she ain't have no accountability. But they tried to push that the black old grandmama was the woman, the leader, the big mamas, the stuff. Then they made movies about it. Shit. Ain't no big mamas run my family. I ain't knew no big mamas to run my family. You see what I'm saying? I had grandmothers, but they ain't run the family. Did you have grandmothers that ran your family? That's what I'm saying. They be pushing that shit and trying to push that, but that's not the truth. That's just the lie that they use to destroy us. Because in reality, black grandmamas don't run the family. They be important members of the family a lot of times because they old and the men usually killed, dead by then. But they don't run the family. There ain't no matriarchal nothing. Women can't even run their own kids. Half these damn kids can't even read. So how the hell black women ruling and running everything all over the place? They ain't even got their kids reading.
If I could.
Go ahead, warrior.
This is Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 31. And ye my flock, the flock of my pastor are men.
There we go. There we go. Go ahead, but you want to break that down?
Yeah, sir. It's simple. It's straightforward. It break down itself. His flock, the people he after, the people he look after, the people that's in charge are men. That's the Most High saying that. It ain't. He didn't say it's 50% women and 50% men. He said the head, the people that's in charge are men, and that's how it's supposed to be. The Bible also say a woman isn't to usurp authority over a man, right? She should not do that because that's against the scriptures. So all this talk about women being in charge, like I don't think women need not confuse like equal pay and things like that with like being the head of the house. Like you should absolutely, if we doing the same job, some oppressors should pay us the same amount. You do it equally. I'm all for that. I want my rib to get paid. I want all my sisters to get paid.
Right.
But she ain't, once we clock out, like when we go back to the house and she leave her slavery, I leave my slavery, I'm in charge. Now, do that mean that I ain't gonna listen to her and take, if she says something wise, then yeah, I'm gonna listen. But at the end of the day, the scriptures also say this in Corinthians. The head of each man is Christ, and the head of every woman is her man.
That's right. That's right. And this is the problem. A lot of brothers listening to their woman too damn much. Listen to your. There's this thing where sometimes the brothers be like, you tell her, talk to a brother about something. He say, I gotta ask my wife first. Like that's not that strong. That's weak. You know what I mean? You shouldn't say, I gotta ask my wife first. Like basically, you saying she making a decision. I bet you this: if they would have asked your wife that, she ain't gonna say, I gotta ask my husband first. A lot of times, women ain't saying that. Same Negro trying to ask his wife, she'll make a quick decision. Yeah, I want him to have a birthday party. Yeah, that's great. That's great. She making decisions all fucking day without asking your ass. But you gotta ask her. You ain't following these scriptures, man. You ain't living like Christ said to live. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button. You know what I'm saying? So we can get this thing, keep this thing circulating. All right. We got that other scripture.
Come.
Let's get it.
Is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 14. And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up.
A chase roe, which means they chase a deer in the forest. That's what the day is gonna be like, man. Go ahead.
If I could, like people that don't hunt, they don't really get the analogy. They don't understand what it's be. During hunting season, it's a time where deers ain't got damn nowhere to run. It's like they under constant pressure from hunters, from the normal natural predators, and it's a million people in the woods, and they can feel it each time. Like, and they very skittish. You watch any of these hunting shows, like the buck will send does out first. Like if he walking across a field, and then if they all make it across safe, then he'll come out. Like you got to understand the analogy in that. That's a very trying time for them during hunting season. And the Bible saying it's going to be hunting season. All this time, it's hunting season.
It's hunting season right now. It's starting to feel more and more like it. Like everywhere you go, it's like you got to be on alert. You got cops, you got Karens, you got white dudes. You know what I mean? White shooters. You know what I mean? You got your average, regular, everyday Negroes you might get into it with. You got old white women, black women that you could get into it with. It's like a wildlife out there, and it's getting worse and worse. That's why you got to posture up, Negro. You got to get right with the Most High. Any more in that scripture?
Come.
Let's get it.
They shall every man turn to his own people.
And in that day, every man gonna turn to their own people. Go ahead.
And flee every one into his own land.
Y'all Negroes gonna come running right back to the hood, come running right back to the ghettos. Watch how things get bad out here. That's if you're smart, because some of you ain't even smart enough to do that. But it's gonna end up getting so bad. Ooh, well, let Trump get back in office too. I can't. Oh yeah, they're gonna turn all the way up. They're gonna turn all when Trump come back and say, "We have really won. The real victors is here. Time to never be suppressed again." and make America white again. I mean, great again. All my Trumpites, go! And them damn Trump trucks is gonna be back out on the road with the flag. You understand? Little rallies where they beating up niggas. Y'all idiot ass black people that run up to a damn white person rally. I remember they had some black fool who was like, name one cheese and all like a stupid cheese that they had him on all the Trump tours. He was in line shaking hands. Trump skipped him and shit. Trump shaked every person's hand, then seen him and skipped him. And he was just like, kept trying to keep a safe face. That's what his dumb ass get. Excuse my language. But damn, we just get to that point where it's like, Negro, let's go. It's time to wake up to the Most High.
If I could, Kevin.
Go ahead, Warrior.
There was an article. They didn't cover it on the Black Watch, but it was an article. The title was something like this, if I remember correctly. I'm a black conservative, and I can't understand why my white counterparts don't understand my anger. And basically, the article was talking about, his party seems to turn a blind eye to race when it comes to these types of shootings, like in Buffalo. And he's like, I'm a conservative, and my values are their values, but when it comes to this, they don't support us on this. I'm
shocker.
Thinking to myself,
I'm shocker. I'm very amazing. Who would have ever thought?
Right.
But go ahead.
It's like, I was just saying, I'm just thinking to myself the whole time I'm reading this, like, you're such a dumbass. You are just,
man.
You're so smart, you're stupid.
We getting to that point where, about to start not feeling sorry for half these Negroes that, they sleep with a white woman and then the white woman get them arrested, or they, because sometimes it's because Negroes are ignorant. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? When I was in the world, I had a white girlfriend for a small period of time from ignorance, and not even because I really liked her. It was a girl, one of her friends who was like Mexican said, my friend like you. You know what I mean? This is high school freshmen and stuff. Like, you want to, date her and stuff. I'm like, all right, yeah, let me meet her. And it was a white girl. I was just like, all right, but I would like the black girl over that white girl. But I was too ignorant in the world to really say, hell nah, get out of here, damn devil. This is a black girl I like.
Right.
I just went along with it because I was ignorant and just a young kid being naive and just, okay, this girl like me, cool. Yeah, I like that. That's good. But we're going to have to get to that point where we can't be like that no more, because there's going to be more consequences for that shit.
Right.
Excuse my language. There's going to be more consequences. Now, it'd be something if LeBron James' son get accused of rape after fucking with that white girl. Woo! I would love to see how these Negroes that trying to pump that up would react if that were to happen. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even love to see. I already know. They're going to make more excuses. Well, you got to really look at the facts. You got to line up the facts first, because then you really know. Man, shut up. White women been lying on black men for 400 years. Lied on every black athlete there ever was out there. Shoot, every black athlete sweating bricks when he think about all the white girls he slept with, because he know all of them, because one day just pop up and say, he raped me.
Right.
Negroes are stupid as hell. It's time to wake up, black man. It says Trump get in office, it'll be like Esau Renaissance all over again. That's right. That's right. It says, what scriptures say about them liberals? Yeah. It's really all whites, all oppressors. All oppressors is the problem. All of them. I don't care what their political belief is. I don't care if they fucking Russian. They the problem. I don't care if they're from Sweden, Norway, Switzerland. I don't care where they're from. They a problem. Because every devil that's a problem in America now was from those countries anyway. They ain't came from nowhere else but them places. They ain't come from India. They ain't come from China. Right. They came from Switzerland and Russia and Germany and Britain and Spain and France. That's where these devils come from. Any more on that scripture?
Unless you want verse 15.
Let's see what it says.
Verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
All of them. If you found, what does it mean to be found? It means you caught slipping on the wrong side of the tracks. This is one of my favorite scriptures because it really gonna let you know what the end days, what the times is gonna be like. Like that brother who was in Evansville, Indiana, so-called nature hiking with some white people, and another group of white people came out and started saying, "You on our land and on our property." Ain't attacked none of the whites, but attacked the black guy. Start pulling out a rope, pinned him up against the tree. Was about to lynch his black ass. Mm-hmm. And then after that, they put a gag order on him, and he ended up getting in trouble. He ended up getting in trouble for that.
Salaki too.
Go ahead.
They started a GoFundMe for him. He had a public defender. The judge was like, "Nah, you got that GoFundMe with all that bread. You can afford a lawyer now." So they did him all the way dirty. Yeah, he ended up getting charged. Or he ended up having to take half the charge with them. They took a charge and he took a charge. Even though they was about to murder him. Every time I go traveling and I stop at a gas station in some random nowhere city, a place, a field, and it's a black person in there, I'll be wondering, what the hell you doing out here, Negro? You don't know what type of danger you in. Like, you ain't seen no lynching videos? You ain't heard about lynch mobs? And the sheriff and all that? The sheriff come and get you out your house and take you to the jail, and then they take you out to jail and lynch your ass? But our people don't know history because we ain't taught history in school. That's why they're trying to bring out this critical race theory crap, because we're not really taught history. We're not really taught history from a real perspective, man. Any more in that scripture? Come. And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
And we joined unto the white race, and we have fallen by the sword. I wonder with that school shooting, what was the race majority of the victims? Can you look that up real quick? Does it say? I know it was in like New Mexico or something.
Texas.
Oh, it was in Texas. Okay. I wonder what the race of the students he shot were. And I wonder where's the picture of his gun. I wonder what his gun said on it. See, this is another reason why I don't trust police and what they do. Because whenever a lot of things happen, they cover up stuff. They always covering up stuff, and then they claim it's because of our investigation. We're under an ongoing investigation. Nah, man, put out the facts. It's supposed to be public record, man. Put out the facts so the people can decide on what to think about it. Don't cover nothing up. Always trying to cover something up. Always trying to hold back information about what really happened. You can't trust the police, man. You can't trust them as far as you can throw them. They always got some type of devious agendas and stuff like that. How can you trust somebody that has so much secrecy? Y'all the damn police. You ain't the FBI. You ain't the fucking CIA. Why is so much secrecy in how you do things and how everything goes? Hit that like button, hit that share button. Yeah, like the brother said, just like they took the video down of the Texas massacre. It was quick to try to take that video down, but when a brother get killed by the police, you can see that video all day. They got that video on repeat. The George Floyd video, they was playing on repeat all over the world. But you can't play that massacre video? Or the Buffalo white boy? There's never going to be justice in this place, man. There's never going to be equality in this place. There's never going to be all people coming together, joining hand in hand.
If I could.
Go ahead, Ward.
They don't give the racial makeup of the people, but they give the racial makeup of the school. It says Robb Elementary teaches 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade students. The school had 535 students in 2020 and 2021 school year, most of them Hispanic and considered economically disadvantaged.
There you go. So it's the same. It's the same MO. He's shooting up a whole bunch of 3rd and 2nd graders and 4th graders, and they Mexicans, Mexican children. Why would you think this is any different than what has happened in the past? The past 30, 40, 50 school shootings, 100 mass shootings were all perpetrated by the same race, with the same MO, with the same profile. Why would this be any different? Why would this be any different? Because his name is Ramos? Because his name is sound Hispanic? So now this is different? So if his name was Joaquin, you would have been like, oh, he black, he black, he black, he black. Because we simple, man. Scripture say, how long will you love simplicity? Let me get that scripture in Proverbs chapter 1. Why would it be any different? Why would this time be any different than the last 100 times? The reason why you think this one's different than the before is because deep down inside, you really want it to be different. You don't want the oppressor to be villainized. You don't want the oppressor to be seen as the bad guy that he really is. You don't want him to be the villain. You want to paint the black. It's the blacks are the villains. What do you mean? This goes against the narrative I've been taught my whole life. Every Disney Channel movie, every CNN news report I've ever watched my whole life, the black guy and the Mexican guy are the bad guys. They're the villains. But when you open your eyes, you see the truth. Go ahead. We got that. Proverbs 1. How long will they love?
Come on. Proverbs 1 and 22. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity?
They said 18 dead so far. How long are you going to love simplicity, Black, Hispanic, and Native American man? The fact that this would happen and somebody would even entertain that it wasn't a white person boggles my mind. How would you even entertain that this wasn't a white person? Like, that should be the first thought off top. Now, it would need a lot of strong evidence to show that it wasn't a white person and to really even entertain that thought. But they don't have strong evidence.
Right.
They don't have no evidence at all. They ain't got a picture of his family. They ain't got a picture of him with a piñata and eating a taco. Nothing.
It's a lot.
They ain't got nothing. Go ahead.
That's what I was trying to find. His family, his father's photos.
They done took that off the damn planet Earth. How long will you love simplicity? Let's get that scripture one more time.
Come. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning.
That's the scorner's delight. You Christians delight in the scorner. He's a Mexican. Ha ha. Yes. Yay. Look, it was a Mexican that shot him up. I can't stand Mexicans. Mexicans. That's you Christians. You delight in your scorning. You happy of the thought of the rumor that it was a Mexican and not an oppressor. You delight in your scorning. Anymore?
And fools hated knowledge.
And you fools hate knowledge. You hate knowledge. How long will you delight in your scorning, and how long will you hate knowledge? You hate the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you have something you want to drop?
No,
Yeah.
I'm just agreeing with you, Cat. That's so true.
Any more in that scripture?
That's it on that, Cat.
The scripture says Esau was, you of your father the devil, he was a murderer from the beginning. That's what it says about the white race. He was a murderer from the beginning. Why are you surprised that he's a murderer now? Somebody said, we want a nicer oppressor, and he shows the smallest let up, and Negroes pour out all they love to them. Israel is a homeborn slave.
Right.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Smallest inkling that it wasn't the oppressor that did it, and we ready to pour out all our love back to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we mad at the oppressor. Then this happened. Now we can't be mad at the oppressor no more. It's not about race anymore. It's anybody can do this. Any race got evil in them. It ain't the oppressor's fault. Oh, it's okay. That's the spirit of this place. That's the spirit of this place. And you don't know that it's going to kill and destroy you. The same thing you love is going to kill and destroy you. The same thing you hold dear is going to be your downfall. It's time to wake up. Stop believing this foolishness that they teaching. Yeah, the scripture says, like the brother said, our record said he is the border of wickedness. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Stop cooning for the oppressor. Stop shucking and jiving. Stop with all this homosexuality, this homosexual love relationship you have with the oppressor. Cut it out. Cut it out of you. I know it's very near and dear to your Christian heart. But to be a real Christian is you got to love the Lord, not man. That's the problem. A lot of you love man more than you love the Lord. The Lord said something was wrong, but you love the white man more than the Lord who said something was wrong. You love the creature more than the creator. But I guess it's easy to be fooled when you think the creator is a white man. Right. When you think Jesus is white. When you think he's blonde hair, blue-eyed devil. I battled a Christian at a Christian church like a week ago. We was at this event talking about how they govern Indianapolis, how the other townships, Franklin Township, Wayne Township, Warren Township, Greenwood Township, Decatur Township, Franklin Township, all the other townships can vote for Indianapolis officials, but we can't vote for their officials. And they established that like 50 years ago, and it's called Unigov. All right, it's a bill they passed called Unigov. It's really just a way for the whites around Indianapolis can still run the city without having to live in the city. and the blacks, make sure the blacks don't have no chance. Because if you got the blacks in Indianapolis, but you got 10 townships of whites, the whites are going to get their way. They're going to have more votes. So you're going to always have some whites running Indianapolis, even though it's majority black city. The actual city itself has a strong black and Hispanic population. They get to still outnumber us by adding in the other townships. So we're at that event. They're talking about it, and the, civil rights person saying it was wrong because the schools, IPS schools, were left behind, and they made the city about sports, and they didn't care about none of the schools and blah blah blah. Which she's right, but it's more than that, of course. But I ended up talking to this black woman. She's somebody in that church. I don't know exactly who, some little deaconess or something. Maybe she was a prophetess or something. And she was trying to insinuate, like, she's not down with like everything in Christianity is not true and blah, blah, blah. But she still was preferring Christianity, blah, blah, blah. And we ended up getting into the topic of Christ being black. Hold on a second. I thought I'd never seen the day when black folks are uncomfortable when to talk about homosexuals in a demeaning manner. And it's always a female mostly. Yeah, man, fuck them, man. Shit. Excuse my language. Forget them damn, monkeypox carriers, man. Package carriers. They got the package. That's what we used to call HIV and AIDS. The package. That's what I used to call it.
If I could.
Go ahead, Warrior.
That comment is crazy. There's so much truth behind it, because I remember coming up, like, somebody who was a homosexual, that's where the term came from. They were in the closet. In the closet meaning no one knew. I mean, you knew, but like if you did know, then it was like they wasn't sashaying like that. It wasn't a thing to be proud of and flaunted, and like it was something that people looked down on. And you just look at the signs of the time. That's why the scriptures say, this generation, you can't discern the weather. I mean, you can discern the weather, but you can't discern the signs of the time. It's like you got to see the wickedness growing in this place each and every day. Homosexuality used to be something that was looked down on. Now it's paraded.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. And when you brought out was heavy. Let me get back on with the battle. So I told her the scriptures say Jesus was black. It wasn't no blonde hair, blue-eyed devil. She said, "Oh, I know he wasn't blonde hair and blue-eyed. I know the scripture said he had hair like wool and feet like bronze and big lips." I said, "Whoa. He ain't say he had no big lips now." But he definitely was black. Yeah, that's good. I know about that and blah, 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 blah. But this, that. I said, if Christ is black, what was his father? And I said, if his father was black, if Christ was black, what was his people? Because he was a Jew from the tribe of Judah. She was cut. That's the argument that they scared to have. If Jesus Christ is black, that means the Jews are black.
Right.
Simple as that. And we got to talking with her, and she said, "I couldn't get with no new religion like you guys. You guys seem like a religion. It's like I can't learn all that stuff you want me to learn. Now that stuff ain't right, blah, blah, blah." I said, well, she said, well, the way you dress and blah, blah, blah. I said, what, you talking about a mitri? I said, look, we teach that. We're going to teach our women. We ain't going to teach our women to fight. We're going to teach our women how to be women, wives, how to be mothers. Yeah, well, I already know how to do all that. I know how to be a mother. I said, so women don't got to be taught how to be mothers? Nah, they know that already. I knew that already. I'm not a mother. I said, well, look, we have 300,000, 400,000 abortions. Don't women got to be taught that that's wrong? The scripture say thou shalt not kill. That's part of motherhood. Oh, well, yeah, well, they already, I said, don't they know that that's wrong? Do they know that naturally? Well, I think they know that naturally that is wrong. And I said, well, then they shouldn't be doing it. That's what they got to be taught. And she was cut. She tried to, stop the conversation. But you Christians don't know shit. Excuse my language. You don't know nothing that you're supposed to know. Because she brought up the abortion thing. Or did she? Or maybe she defended the abortions. She defended it. And she's supposed to be a Christian in the Christian church. I hit her with the scripture. Didn't the scripture say, thou shalt not kill? Be fruitful and multiply? You Christians don't know the scriptures like you think. You don't know nothing, man.
It's a lot.
Go ahead, warrior.
It's crazy. Every time you get to talking to a Christian and getting to cut them, they say, well, I got to ask my pastor. No, none of them. You can ask any of us. Some men are more seasoned, but we know the milk. That's milk you can't kill.
Yeah.
Yes, you learn that. That's what the Bible calls milk. We don't need to go get another brother for that. We know that's wrong.
Right.
But you got to go and get your pastor just for your morality. And he the wrong person to go to for morality.
Yeah, man. How long we gonna love simplicity, black people? How long are we gonna sit back and follow the path to destruction? He said, new religion, damn dummy. If you reading the Bible, you seeing what we do.
Right.
Yeah. So it's time for us to wake up, man. It's only a little bit of time left. Time to get right with the Most High. Stop believing the buffoonery. Stop with all the the Jedi mind tricks that the white man push. He make you think, oh, a Mexican now shooting up a school. They probably gonna try to run with that story until a person come with the real proof. They might run with that. Shoot, they might not even run with it on the news, but their black community gonna run with it. He's Mexican. See, a Mexican shot up a school this time. Hell no, it's devils doing this. It's oppressors doing this. To even think that it was a Mexican who did it shows that you don't know the oppressor. Was it Sun Tzu or something? Say, know thine enemy, know your enemy. More than you know, keep your enemies close and your friends close, your enemies closer, and all that. You don't even know nothing about the white man. You think the white man would let another race get credit for a mass shooting and do a mass shooting? If a Mexican did a mass shooting like that and shot up whites in a school, they'd be done killed about 100 Mexicans on the border. Now, if the white race go out and start shooting up Mexicans on the border and say this is for elementary school 19, then you say, oh yeah, it might have been a Mexican killed some whites. But if none of that happens, you can rest assured, and you should know by the spirit of it, man. At the end of the day, you should tell by the spirit of what you're dealing with, man. Like you should be like cops do. Cops, they have what's called MOs and profiles. Where they profile you. Don't they got some other words for that too? They profile you. They say, oh, well, he driving a drug dealer type of car. He got the big rims. He got money. He got flashy clothes, flashy jewelry. He don't look like he work a job. He look like he might be a drug dealer. Or this person looking bummy, a person's on drugs. Oh, this person look like a suit. They must be working a business. A legitimate business. The police profile every damn day. You need to get like them. Everybody profiles, but when it comes to black people, we try to act like we can't profile nothing because we never know. You don't know for sure. Nah, Negro, you don't know for sure because you don't know the truth, because you don't know the oppressor. Because you're scared and you want to love the oppressor. You want to find any reason to love the white man. You want to find any reason to forgive the white man. Any reason to let off the pressure of the white man. And in the truth, in the ISUPK, we're not going to let it happen, man. We're not going to let it happen. We're going to stick to the truth. We're going to stick to the script of the Most High. And with that, I'm going to pass the class to Priest and Officer Napatazah.
This is the ISUPK security announcements. We're the ISUPK Star 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means tenth in the Hebrew, mashua. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will for offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we're in the feast of first fruits. Right, that lasts for 50 days. Reach out to the school nearest you, your camp leader, for the closing date. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. With that, I which means to stand or rise. When Hakadam means turn and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Wadash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakwaka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Asher. Ba'aratazah. Kawab. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathanlanaw. Lakam. Ka. Yawam. Wasalakanaw. Kabawakinaw. Kasalakanaw. Kabawakinaw. Wala'ah. Tabayanaw. Bunasai 1. Abal. Hawashayanaw. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wahadapara. Wa'aywalunyum. Aman. In English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Prayer for the Hakat, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Baba Kushah. Nathanlanaw. Hakat. Larapa'ah. Ka Makala. Wakal Madawa. Hakat. Latahar. Amatazarayan. Hakat. Lahapi. Hamati. Hakat. Awakarawat. Atama'ala. Lagarshina. Bahashim Yahushua. The water among. In the English. Yahweh. In the name Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. Prayer for the blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Melech Allah. Wa Allahayim. Matazabiyah. Alawap Yohana. Ha Alawapim. Ha Saranyam. Ha Kwatazayonium. Ha Kayayoyim. Wa Kwathim. Yahweh. Bahashim Yahushua. The water among. In English. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahushua. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohana. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. The anointing prayer in Hebrew. Yabaraka Yahweh. Washamaraka. Ya'ar Yahweh. Panyawa. Alika. Wakanka. Yasha'ah Yahweh. Panyawa. Alika. Washamlaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Bahashim Yahushua. Barak. Rapat. Magun. Hagun.
All destroyed of Israel. The families of the mass shooting victims lately. Done.
All destroyed of Israel.
By Hashem Yahushua.
The water among. In the English. Yahweh bless thee and keep thee.
Yahweh bless thee and keep thee.
Yahweh make his face shine upon thee.
Yahweh make his face shine upon thee.
And be gracious unto thee.
And be gracious unto thee.
Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee.
Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee.
And give thee peace.
Give thee peace.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Name Yahweh Shai.
Bless.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect.
Protect.
ISUPK curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh
In the
Shai.
name of Yahweh Shai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen that speak against us.
To the heathen that speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers and the school.
Israelite brothers and the schools.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel.
And shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the
That
school.
refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force your riches.
To enter into thy
To
sanctuary.
enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nations.
And the nations.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug dealers.
The court
The
system.
court system.
The prison
The
system.
prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The
The
Pope.
Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux
Ku
Klan.
Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinheads.
Posse Comitatus.
Posse Comitatus.
The gay movement.
The gay
The
movement.
lesbian
The
movement.
lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
NASA space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airwaves.
And the
The
airways.
cable access
The
channel.
cable access channels.
And the radio channel.
And the radio channels.
Convict the spirit
Convict the spirit
of any of thy people that seek to stop us.
of any of thy people that seek to stop us.
And bring swift destruction to all the heathen
And bring swift destruction to all the heathen
that stand in the way
that stand in the way
or try to stop
or
us
try to stop us
from broadcasting your
from
words
broadcasting your words
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the
Let
plagues.
loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro
Cause them to go to and fro
through the earth and consume them.
through the earth and consume them.
Let the plague shake
Let the plague shake
the house of the thief and the
the
murderer.
house of the thief and the murderer.
Let Yahweh Shai,
Let Yahweh Shai,
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel
come down with the flying
come
saucers
down with the flying
and
saucers
punish all the heathens that come up against us
and punish all the heathens that come up against us
as we speak thy word.
as we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all
That is the angels that have done it.
that it is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media
Cause it to be spread through the media
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at that coming.
In the name of Yahweh Shai,
Name Yahweh Shai.
thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Sorry, which means turn, face the instructor. In Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the instructor. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Bashim Yashai Barakatah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakathon.
Yajmatai. We'll give a courtesy salute to the sisters that may be watching online. In Israel, Imam Shabbat. Imagine Barak.
Yahweh Shema Adon B'Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Yajmatai. Class dismissed.
Shalom Israel.